Hello audience! Last week Ray William Johnson retired his famous internet show Equals 3. This video is my audition to be the new host. Mama, mama, are you my mama? Ew, no, I'm not your mother. Your mother's a husky whore. Brooks Show. Thanks for watching, Brooks Bros. Please like and share this video if you think I should be the new host of Equals 3. And Ray William Johnson, if you're watching, please pick me. Also, remember, if you want to, don't forget to subscribe. Brooks out. Seriously went into this with an open mind, but really? There are other ways to get famous on YouTube, dude.
Okay, so I've had a bit of a run-in lately with a YouTuber some of you may have heard of called No Bullshit. And at this point I would make a jibe about how his name is No Bullshit, but he's ironically full of shit. The problem is though, it seems that everybody who talks about No Bullshit makes that exact same joke. It's a conclusion that completely different people who are diametrically opposed in a lot of ways come to in an instant. They're just like, wow, he's so full of shit. And I was contemplating making a video about how full of shit he is, but the problem is someone beat me to it. A YouTuber who goes by the name Battening, and I know what you're thinking, right? Yeah, Battening, another YouTuber making anti-SJW type stuff with an animal avatar, but no, trust me, he's good, he's good. So he made a 40-minute long video, which just basically went over everything. Like everything I was gonna say, everything that I had prepared, it was like he went over all of it. So I was like, alright, well, I guess that's it then. Don't really need to do anything. That was until yesterday when this happened.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to yet another Warski Live. How you all doing? Thanks for joining. I am here with No Bullshit. What's going on, dude?
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Now, No Bullshit was on there because he had some explaining to do. Because he had uploaded a video in which he had claimed to be doxxed by the quote-unquote Cool Kids Club. And this was coming on the back of days of him saying the exact same bullshit on Twitter to everyone else. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but was doxing, that's serious. We're against that, right? And yeah, we are. But here's the thing. Doxing is when you make private shit public. That's what doxing is. You can't dox somebody with public information. If you volunteer shit to the public, that's on you, bruh. If you make something public that you didn't want to make public and someone finds that thing that you made public and they bring it to the public, that doesn't make them a doxer. That makes you a fucking idiot. And if you happen to have a YouTube channel which has your real fucking name on it with 50,000 subscribers and millions of views where you repeatedly show your real face,
Fuck off. Go work at McDonald's instead of copying other channels in a shittier way. Kill yourself, faggot.
it makes you a fucking idiot with nothing to say. But in spite of this, he still tried to claim that he was being doxxed. And you may be wondering at this point why he would do something like that. And the reason why he would do something like that is to deflect, to play the victim so that he doesn't have to answer any of the criticisms that people were putting to him. And I found this highly amusing because not even a week ago, I said that he was going to be the next Candy Sones. And then lo and behold, here he comes saying this shit.
For those who don't know, the Cool Kids Club here on YouTube, or as I like to call them, the YouTube KKK, they're a group of left-wing anti-SJWs who can't stand openly conservative-leaning guys like me getting attention. They're very ideologically left themselves, but they hardly have the balls to admit it. And when the YouTube KKK sees someone like me, openly conservative and right-wing, well, they start burning 40-minute hit pieces in front of my yard, so to speak. Really, this has been happening over and over again lately. And when you dig into it, there's similarities to the original KKK are pretty uncanny.
Ah, yes. The anti-SJW leftist cabal. Yep. I'm a proud member. Our special powers include the ability to craft no bullshit's future with the power of our memes. It's a fucking hell of a thing that totally exists. Just like the coordinated attacks against him.
Congratulations on being unoriginal, untalented, and lazy hack.
So as you might imagine, this required some degree of explanation because a lot of the people who No Bullshit is throwing shit at are friends of friends of a lot of people. And this can create tension and put people in, like, possibly bad situations in the future. So what people want to do in this situation is just kind of smooth everything over. Forget everything, forget that it's a complete piece of shit, forget that the amount of fucking lies he's told repeatedly about multiple people. Let's just forget about it. And focus on what's really important. Like, Blair White and Candace Owens. They're on Rubin Report tonight, right? Yeah, let's get this fucking pedantic bullshit out of the way and let's all focus on how much we all hate Candace Owens.
Intentionally
Guys, grant me the respect here. Grant me the respect. Guys, grant me the respect.
That never launched. This whole thing is crazy. This whole thing is crazy. This is just a bunch of jealous YouTubers that were looking to take somebody down.
Because it's not like No Bullshit is exactly fucking like her. I mean, tell me he's not. Tell me he's not some uninspiring 2-bit hack who's been trying to ride various YouTube trends for fucking years.
Will Brooke Show soon stop making videos? I sure hope so. I mean, by now you asshole must have realized that you aren't likable and your blatant plagiarism is so disgusting to many. Seriously, if I ever meet you in person, I will break your nose.
Tell me his entire business model is not based on ripping off popular concepts, reducing them to a formula, and then churning out as much half-assed, low-effort crap as possible following that formula, with no concern for creativity, originality, or even fucking credibility.
Did I ever say I was gonna be original?
Here's something interesting that I noticed during that stream where you were meant to go on there and defend yourself. During the stream, Andy Warski brought up No Bullshit's second channel, where he showed his face. Now, on that channel, Brooks, aka No Bullshit, he has a series. That series is called Let's Fail. And what it is basically cinema sins. It's their whole thing. He just saw it, took it, slapped his own label on it, called it Let's Fail, and did the exact same shit. Only significantly worse, if you can believe that's possible.
Of cow tipping raises more questions than it answers. Like, why is a sentient vehicle out in the pasture sleeping like an animal? Also, what the f*** is a machine this big doing out in this bum tiny ass town full of nothing? The Incredibles is probably 10 times better than this movie.
Oh, Lightning, welcome home!
Hey, it's all the characters from the first movie who are barely in this one and were probably tacked on at the end so they could sell their toys.
Now, what I find funny about this is that during the stream, when Andy Warski brought up the fact that he already had a popular channel and that somebody must have recognized him from something that he did on that channel, No Bullshit said this.
I know there were fans who commented on my videos before. They're like, your voice sounds familiar. You sound like the Cinnamon Sins guy. You sound like the Cinnamon Sins guy. You sound like the Cinnamon Sins guy.
He didn't even fucking name his own goddamn series. He named the series that he's ripping off.
Motherfucker should get sewed. I think he meant sued.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest that he knows exactly what he's doing, which is why he can make Freudian fuck-ups like that. And this will become relevant again later on. However, now I want to skip way ahead in the stream to a point where Andy had invited Bunty King, Irate Bear, and most importantly, Battening into the stream. Where at some point Battening pursued a very interesting line of questioning. And the reason I found it interesting should become apparent very quickly.
It seems like everything is a joke or trolling and that you don't do anything wrong.
I mean, maybe it seems like that. I don't think I've said everything was a joke. You made criticisms earlier that I didn't say were jokes.
Okay, well, you blocked Waz on Twitter, posted a fake screenshot, and then when you got called out on posting a fake screenshot, claimed it was a troll, which means that you blocked somebody from seeing your post, you posted something that they couldn't see, and then when you got called out on it, you claimed you were trolling.
Yeah, I was.
Does that make any sense to anybody?
I was messing with
but he's blocked. Okay, but he's blocked, so he can't see your post. How is that a troll?
Beautiful, beautiful Battening. So, some context. For those who don't know No Bullshit, and for those who especially aren't following him on Twitter, which I assume is the vast majority of his audience, No Bullshit is something of a bit of a bitch when he's on Twitter. Yes, his block list is almost rivaling Steve Shives at this point. I mean, it was especially hilarious a few days ago when he was blocking people for sending him pictures of himself. Like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want to see that shit either, but, I mean, come the fuck on. Where's all that shit about, oh, these liberal snowflakes, they just want to save space? Fucking block, 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 block. Now, I kind of want to go over the timeline of what happened on Twitter, but the problem is, explaining Twitter beef and drama is a lot like somebody explaining their dreams to you. Oh yeah, well, I had a dream where I was falling, and then I landed on a bird, and then the bird landed on a mushroom. What do you think that means? I don't know, motherfucker. Nobody gives a shit. You're boring everybody with your bullshit. Maybe if you had more interesting things happen to you in real life, you wouldn't need to recant your fucking dreams. So I'll make this as quick as possible because we're going to be going into detail as he brings them up. So I posted a clip on Twitter from a stream that No Bullshit was on with Braving Ruin, Coach Red Pill, and Andy Warski. That clip was this.
The real implications and what that's really about is silencing free speech and doxing people that say Hitler did nothing wrong, which there is a strong argument for.
Now, I posted this clip with the caption, "Wait, what?" Which is, as most people know, a very, very popular meme, but it is also a very well-established comedy trope. Case in point.
When I say things about gay people and people think that my lyrics are homophobic, you know, it's because I'm gay. When I rap about violence or, you know, sound like I'm promoting.
Now, the purpose of this is nothing more than to highlight the absurdity of the statement. That's it. It makes absolutely no fucking claims regarding intent. Now, as a result of this, No Bullshit was all over my notifications. Fun fact, by the way, I didn't see them at first. So when I actually noticed that he was tweeting at me, there was about 20, with him getting progressively more and more pissed off as they went along. It was fucking hilarious. But it was hilarity I didn't have the time to deal with at that moment. So I was like, yep, all right, fine, fucking, I'll leave your drama there for a bit. Responded to a couple of people asking for context just to send them a link to a hangout. Didn't take 2 seconds to do. And then by the time I got a chance to actually respond to No Bullshit, he'd already blocked me. But even though he had blocked me, he still wanted to talk shit about me whilst he had me blocked. Even though, according to No Bullshit, in his own fucking words...
I didn't puss out. You were the one that didn't want to talk, my dude. I reposted the logs.
Blocking people and then... Blocking people and then tweeting about them is a pussy move, and I'll tell
Do you know why I blocked you?
That.
It's because
And this is the thing you learn after a little while when dealing with No Bullshit. He doesn't really seem to have any standards of any kind. Like, No Bullshit's relationship with the truth is about as fluid as a 14-year-old girl's gender on Tumblr. Any statement No Bullshit makes, the truth of it is entirely dependent on how he feels on that given day, and what your argument is. Oh, what's that? You have a good point that would require him to take responsibility for the shit that he said? Trolling, bruh! It was a joke! You can't take a joke? Ah, you faggot. Block. So what he does, in effect, is just keep digging his hole deeper and deeper and deeper, because he's incapable of accepting responsibility for any of the shit that he says and does. Like, at the end of this stream that we're going over right now, Andy Warski convinces him to make an apology video, kind of, just to clear up that, you know, nobody actually doxed him and that Bunty King didn't dox him and whatnot. Now, I guarantee you, I fucking guarantee you, he tries to play this off as a joke.
I gotta say one thing, guys. Bunty didn't do nothing wrong.
He tries to just do something so that, you know, it's kind of ambiguous. You can't really tell whether or not it's an apology or if he's serious or... Like, it's gonna do that. He's gonna have some sort of fucking retarded piece of shit skit that he's gonna do.
I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I fess up to that. I'm not a perfect person.
Or some sort of fucking rap or something.
Oh, I made mistakes, and now it's time they were forgotten.
Like, I mean, there's no telling what he's gonna do. But I tell you one thing that he won't do, okay? What he will not do is earnestly and sincerely say, I fucked up, this is how I fucked up, and I apologize to all the people who I could have caused problems with me fucking up. That's what he won't do. That is absolutely what he will not do. Because not only does he lack the strength of character to do some shit like that, to eat that much fucking crow, he also is far too stupid to realize that it's his best option. That it's the only way shit just stops dead and goes away after a period of time. He's like a grown child, in trouble, and is doing anything he can to not be in trouble. He's lying, he's making excuses, he's fabricating false fucking narratives, anything except take responsibility. Which is why I know that if he does make that apology, it will be fucking wank. So now that we've established the main themes of what's gonna be happening, we can get back to the hangout and start breaking this bullshit down a bit.
Okay, well, you blocked Waz on Twitter, posted a fake screenshot, and then when you got called out on posting a fake screenshot, claimed it was a troll.
Okay, so here's the chain of events that led to this crap. No bullshit at Bearing Cab. Still no response from Was. Just him insisting I think Hitler didn't do nothing is true. LOL. Now more on this later, but it's important to note that at this time I hadn't said a fucking word to him or anybody. All I had done was post that clip from the Hangout. I linked a couple of people to the Hangout and I posted a couple of GIFs in response to like memes and shit. I didn't deal with any of his bullshit, because I wasn't about to sit there all night fucking replying to every single goddamn tweet he made. I knew exactly what I was going to do when I saw that fucking torrent of tweets. I was going to make a quick video, explain my position, explain why he's being a fucking moron, and be done with it. But he wouldn't have that. Now here's the thing, I don't know if he posted this before or after he blocked me, because he blocked me, but all I know is I didn't see anything until Bearing Cab replied to it and tagged me. Which is why I replied, is this bitch really tweeting about me whilst he has me blocked? Because as No Bullshit apparently agrees, sometimes depending on the day, that it's a bit of a bitch move. At this point, Bearing Cab takes a screenshot of what I said and posts it to No Bullshit. And No Bullshit replies, I don't think so, maybe he's lying about me again, wouldn't be the first time today, laugh out loud. Again, more accusations, could prove any of them, but can't because he's a fucking liar himself. Now, I'm blocked, so I know he's talking shit. And I know that nobody else can tell who's lying and who's being truthful. So I made a little video demonstrating that he did in fact have me blocked. Bearing Cab then links him to this video, shit stirrer that he is. Fucking love that dude. And No Bullshit responds, haha, that's funny. Was is really out to get me today, huh? What a sad man. I think that's pretty clear why he started this now. LOL. Now Bearing Cab, realizing that that tweet is essentially saying fucking nothing at all, attempts to clarify by asking, so he isn't blocked? At which point, No Bullshit, for some reason I will never fucking understand, posts this screenshot. Now, again, I wasn't really giving too much of a shit at this time. The only reason I was responding to any of it was because people kept fucking DMing me screenshots of him talking shit about me. Which is why, as you've probably already noticed, a lot of these screenshots look kinda different. So I didn't even immediately notice that this screenshot is fake. Because you see Wizard of Cause, aka Nicholas Goroff, and Undoomed tucked away over there on the who to follow list? Yeah, thing is, No Bullshit was already following those people. And Twitter wouldn't give you the option to follow people that you're already following. Assuming people who you're already following would show up in that box in the first place, which they wouldn't. Now fortunately, both Bearing Cab and Oozaloo spotted this and they asked him questions about it. Bearing Cab says, but that who to follow list? I just looked and you already follow Wizard of Cause and Undoomed. No Bullshit responds, I just followed them after that pic. Sure you did, buddy. Sure you did. At which point Oozaloo comes in and says, then followed dozens if not hundreds of others more recently than that. To which No Bullshit replied, yes, it was a wicked follow spree. To which Oozaloo replied, sure about that channel name? Which No Bullshit actually fucking likes. I mean, okay, whatever. Now, something important to note is that in all of these replies, all of them, at no point was No Bullshit talking to me. None of these are directed to me. I can't see any of this shit because he has me blocked. So let's see what his response to Battening is back in the Hangout.
Which means that you blocked somebody from seeing your post, you posted something that they couldn't see, and then when you got called out on it, you claimed you were trolling.
Yeah, I was.
Does that make any sense to anybody?
I was messing with
but he's blocked. Okay, but he's blocked, so he can't see your post. How is that a troll?
Well, I can explain it. I mean, first of all, the whole reason...
Yeah, that's right. He's got nothing to say. Just fucking, oh, what's that you got? An actual question related to my behavior and that, you know, is kind of like the entire point of the stream? Yeah, fuck that. I'm just gonna disengage my brain, open my mouth, and just start saying shit. What's gonna come out? Who the fuck knows? Hopefully nobody else is keeping track of this shit or recording it, because I sure as hell ain't. And so we're gonna follow, like, where this fucking rabbit down the hole, but let's remember, he never actually addressed that point. He never said anything about it. He never touched it. He's just saying, yeah, it's a prank, bruh. It's a troll. Okay, so you lied to everybody who can actually see you and who follows you and everything in order to troll somebody who can't see anything you're writing, who you have no assurances is seeing any of the shit you're saying. You're lying to everybody, fucking up your reputation, making yourself look like a complete and utter idiot in order to troll somebody that you blocked. And now see, here's my dilemma. Because ordinarily I would say that nobody's that stupid, but some part of me believes that No Bullshit just might be that fucking stupid. And so here's the question, is like, how do you give him the benefit of the doubt? Like, do you give him the benefit of the doubt and assume he isn't that stupid and that he's really just malicious and cunty? Or Do you give him the benefit of the doubt that he isn't just that malicious and cunty and that he really is that fucking stupid? It's a hell of a pickle. Because I genuinely don't know which one's best. Like, I don't know, no bullshit. Brooks, what would you prefer? Would you rather be known as one of the stupidest motherfuckers on this platform or as a lying piece of shit scumbag? Because that's the options your actions have given us. So feel free to unblock me at any time and let me know which one you'd rather be known as. And I'll be sure to do what I can to put out the word. But in the meantime, let's see you deflect like a motherfucker.
Well, I can explain it. I mean, first of all, the whole reason that guy started attacking me, I never heard of him before, but...
Okay, now here's the thing with that. He knows that I know that he knows who I am. And this tweet will prove that line was bullshit. He doesn't know who I am, because apparently he thought I was a good creator until I was even remotely critical of him, even though I didn't actually say anything at that time. But I'm inclined to believe that this is a troll, because he does this a lot. In fact, he does this all the fucking time. And I don't know if he thinks it's a really great slam, but I'm just going to point it out there that it's not, and you don't do yourself any favors by doing it. Because you see, people who don't know any better, they hear you say that and they go, oh, well, he didn't know who he was. But then what happens is when I point out that you did know who I am, that statement takes on a completely different tone. It becomes really passive aggressive and bitchy. And it's not the kind of thing that most people respect. Like, it's really fucking weak. Like, so weak. Because not only is there a level of cowardice to it, in that, you know, oh, I'm not going to address him. I'm going to pretend he doesn't exist. I'm going to pretend I don't know who he is. So then I don't need to address anything that they say. There's that cowardice aspect. But then there's the other aspect, where you look like a stuck-up cunt. Where you look like you're being condescending. Where you look like you have a grossly inflated sense of yourself. That you can just dismiss people by not even acknowledging that they exist. Even though you know for a fucking fact who these people are. And the only reason you get away with that shit to the extent that you have been is because the only people who think you're a cunt as a result of doing this shit are the people who already know that you're a cunt. People who think you're alright think, he just doesn't know who the person is. But you know what that means, no bullshit? That means the better people get to know you, the more they'll realize you're a cunt.
Well, I can explain it. I mean, first of all, the whole reason that guy started attacking me, I never heard of him before, but he came up with this line from a stream where I said, actually, Andy was on that stream too. It was on Coach Red Pill, and I said something. I had this long line of something, and at the end, I was like, "This is as ridiculous as saying Hitler did nothing wrong," and you could make a good argument for that. And then it kind of someone cut me off, and then it just seemed like it was a little more serious than I intended.
No.
Meanwhile, in a parallel universe where cloning is legal.
Challenges anyone.
Never.
Right. I mean, and this...
He's the most vanilla milquetoast host of all time. But the other thing, yeah, like you were saying, she defended the website and she presented it in that Rubin interview as like, oh, it's just this anti-harassing, anti-bullying thing. You know, obviously we're anti-bullying, right? And Rubin's like, yeah, of course, yeah. Everyone's against harassment. That sounds reasonable. But we all know that the real implications and what that's really about is silencing free speech and doxing people that say Hitler did nothing wrong, which there is a strong argument for.
Nobody cut you off.
Okay, well, needless to say, I don't believe Hitler did nothing wrong. If anyone's curious or thinks that is a serious statement,
okay,
no, that is, I think that's a ridiculous thing to take seriously from someone. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
No. Okay, now you see how he's already starting a narrative here. You see how, like, I never actually said anything to him. Like, we've never actually directly talked. We've never communicated, ever. Because by the time I was ready to actually communicate with him on Twitter, he blocks me. So, I've never spoken to this motherfucker. I've never said a word to him. And he's framing this shit like we were just, oh yeah, well, I said to him and he said to me. No, you didn't say shit to me, dickhead. And you can tell that because you're fucking lying. Like, you know damn well I wasn't asserting any intent to you whatsoever. And I know you know that because you're about to let slip that you did actually watch the fucking video that I posted on Twitter. So let's get into that real quick.
I don't think that anybody thinks that you believe that Hitler didn't do nothing. I don't think there's anybody. But when you pair that with the other things...
I mean, that's what Roz said. That's why he started attacking me.
Hold on.
Sorry, just quickly jump in and say that's another lie. Fucking ask him to prove that statement. He won't be able to because he's full of shit as usual. I didn't say that. He's saying I said it because he's a lying piece of shit. And he knows that I'm the only person who can call him on it. And I'm not there. So he's going to say it anyway. Because that's the kind of person he is.
Hold on.
He posted that clip and he's like, what? And I'm like, dude, I told him right away, I'm like, dude, that was a joke. Like, you're taking a Hitler did nothing wrong joke seriously. And he's like, and then he even made a follow-up video. He's like, I don't know if you're joking. I don't know if you're serious, but man, you just responded poorly. And I'm like, dude, I was obviously joking. Who takes Hitler did nothing wrong seriously?
Now see, here's the ironic thing. His whole thing is basically like, oh yeah, you're taking a joke seriously. But what he doesn't realize is that he's taking a meme seriously. Like that, wait, what? That's a fucking meme. Your whole point is, oh my god, who would take a joke seriously? You! You moron! You took it seriously! And that's what I said in that video to you, you fucking idiot. Also, I was not saying in that video, oh, I don't know if you're serious and I don't know if you're joking, but you just worded it badly. No! That's not the way I was saying it. What I was doing was letting you know that I am not fucking psychic. I cannot discern your intent, so I am not going to claim that you are joking, and I am not going to claim that you are not joking, because I have no way to prove either fucking statement. I do not need to prove that you are joking or that you are not joking to simply present the thing that you said, which is what I did. I presented the shit that you said, and you freaked the fuck out about it. Very telling. Very, very telling. Now, if we're being honest, did I suspect that you might do that? Yes, I did. Because here's the thing. I am aware of some of the shit you have said in the past. Just like Battening is aware of some of the shit you have said in the past. Let's see what happens when Battening tries bringing that shit up, shall we?
Okay, but what I'm saying is when you pair that with the other things that you've said, specifically about the Holocaust, it really starts to paint a bad picture. Do you not see that?
No, I don't see that.
Okay, that's a whole other.
Like where are we going?
That's a whole.
Matt is trying to go down a dark road.
Yeah, laugh it up. You're right to laugh. You're right to have that relieved expression on your face as Andy and Bunny come in to save your retarded ass. This is what Battening was about to bring up. This is a response to someone who tweeted about Mouthy Buddha's Jewish question video. And he says, someone doesn't like her Holocaust narrative questioned. Holocaust narrative. Okay. I can already see the calls of anti-Semitism incoming. Yeah. That tends to happen. Oh, but wait, there's more. The Holocaust killed about 20 million people, dude. Whoa. That's like 19 million over, buddy. Interesting. Interesting comments. So, 1 million people died in the Holocaust. That seems a little light to me. I wonder, no bullshit. Sorry, Brooks or whatever the fuck. Do you have an academic source for that shit? Oh no, I forgot. Sources are for faggots, aren't they? Sorry. My bad. 1 million it is. Cause fuck it, why not? But the most telling one for me, I think, is this last one. And it seemed to have gone largely under the radar. Even respectable Jews say it's 6 million. It's that phrasing that sticks with me. Even respectable Jews. What? Even respectable, like, it's fucking weird, that phrasing, isn't it? Like, even if you said even Jews say it's 6 million, like, even that feels weird, doesn't it? But even respectable Jews, it's almost like that suggests that the default status of Jews is that they're not respectable, that the respectable ones deserve to be highlighted as even. Like, yeah, even the good ones say it's 6 million. Like, what the fuck is that shit? And this is just the tip of the iceberg with this motherfucker. Like, I will never forget this chestnut right here.
What is race realism anyway? Well, race realism is kind of just common sense.
Yeah, that one was really fucking helpful. Yeah, I remembered fielding that bullshit for fucking months. Like, oh yeah, well, race realism is just common sense, right? Yeah, I guess it is if you don't give a flying fuck about causation, but love correlations.
No, I mean, listen.
No, I'm just exposing something.
Yeah. Bunty, go ahead.
No, you're exposing the fact that people like to take lines out of context from people they don't like and frame them up as serious statements.
I can't believe I'm about to do this, but I'm gonna quote Destiny of all fucking people here. Brooks, no bullshit. All I'm doing is quoting you. If your quotes make you sound retarded or anything else that you deem to be unfavorable, that's on you. That is All you. You are the person who is in control of the shit you say. And as I said before in the video that I posted to Twitter, which I now know that you heard, if you don't like people quoting the retarded shit you say, stop saying retarded shit. And as for the jokes, here's the thing, the sad fucking truth that you're gonna have to deal with. Whilst I can't know your intent matters. And people will get the benefit of the doubt for a joke, because a joke is a joke. You should be allowed to make a joke. Jokes that fail come from the same place as jokes that succeed. You don't really know if somebody's going to find a joke funny until you tell the joke. Therefore, that freedom to tell that joke is incredibly important. It needs to be protected, and it needs to be defended from people who would want to take it away. But that's not the only people that the right to be able to try to make a joke should be defended and protected from. It should also be defended and protected from people who would seek to abuse it in order to shirk responsibility and avoid being held accountable for the shit that they say and do. Like, I don't want to hear a rape joke from Bill Cosby. I don't want to hear a domestic abuse joke from O.J. Simpson, because their past actions, the shit that they've said and the shit that they've done, means I can't know where that joke is coming from. I don't know if their intent is humorous or malicious. So if I hear Bill Cosby make a rape joke, or I hear O.J. Simpson make a domestic abuse joke, the only thing I can say is, why did you make that joke? Why did you think that was funny? Because I know why other people would think it was funny if other people told the joke, but I need to know why you thought that would be funny. Because that's the only way you can really protect that right to make jokes. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but just like I don't want to hear a rape joke from Bill Cosby and I don't want to hear a domestic abuse joke from O.J. Simpson, I don't want to hear a Holocaust or a Hitler joke from your retarded ass. Because just like O.J. Simpson and Bill Cosby, you have so much shit in your back catalogue where I can't know where that joke is coming from. I can't know if you're being humorous or malicious. I can't know if you're just making really, really terrible jokes that aren't funny, or that you're just saying that your statements and comments are jokes so you don't have to have any accountability for them. The only person who knows why you're doing what you're doing is you. And the only way any of us can get any semblance of what you're thinking is if we challenge you when you say something that sounds fucked up, which happens a hell of a lot, by the way. And if that challenge comes in the form of our own jokes, which just happen to make you look like the fucking retard you are, well, hell, at least you're good for something, right?
Ow.